Crash fucking Bandicoot, baby, the lovable mascot that spins, jumps, and gets eaten by a fit god damn it! But seriously, like basically everyone who owned a PlayStation 1, I love Crash Bandicoot, and in my most personal and humble of opinions, his games kinda go like this. Good, great, fucking great, good, you know, not great, but still good. Okay, I mean, not as good as before, but still alright. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, I didn't think the later Crash Bandicoot games were that bad at all, but apparently they were bad enough to bury the Bandicoot, because until now we hadn't seen him since 2010, except in our dreams, of course. But now he's back in action with Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy, a remastering of the first 3 Crash games which are commonly considered to be the best ones. So I say let's sit back, relax, and enjoy some good old-fashioned, fun, family-friendly video games. Let's start with the first one. Shit! Fuck! Son of a god damn it! Yeah, this is a bit harder than I remember. So like I said before, this is a remastering of Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, and when I heard these games were getting remade, I instantly wondered how much they would change the gameplay from the originals. As it turns out, they didn't really change that much at all. In my opinion, this basically is just a prettier and better sounding version of those games. I'll talk about each of the games individually, starting with the first one because I'm just that creative. If you don't already know about the gameplay, it's a third-person platformer where you run and jump and spin and it's like that in all of the games, but as they go on, new stuff gets introduced like bear riding and flying sections, but we'll get to that. Honestly though, the first one is easily the weakest. It's by no means a bad game, it just hasn't aged all that well when it comes to its level design. Yeah, you know all those memes comparing Crash to Dark Souls that are floating around the interwebs right now? Well, those pretty much exist because of this first game and its sometimes bullshit difficulty spikes. Okay, look, I don't want to harp on this because I'm sure you're all sick to death of hearing about it by now, but there are some very hard levels in the first game. Like this one, where you jump on planks and some of them crumble instantly and some of them don't, and there's no way of knowing which is which unless you've played it before, and it's complete bullshit, and yes, I know you can just jump on the ropes, but that's cheating, and I'm not a cheater, and I think I'm having a heart attack! But still, the good levels are actually a lot of fun, and I can't get mad at it too much because it did lay the foundation for the next 2 games, which are both really good. The second one, Cortex Strikes Back, is a lot better, the environments are prettier, the level design is better, and it does a really good job of finding that sweet spot of being hard but not too frustrating. It's just all around a fun third-person platformer, and whenever I encountered a level that gave me trouble, I didn't get pissed off like before, I just took a deep breath, focused, and got my big brother to do it for me. However, even though I do like Crash 2 a lot, I gotta say, I think it has a few too many ice levels, and even though they are admittedly really nice to look at and they have some awesome upbeat music, I just wish I wasn't constantly slipping around all the time! They are definitely still enjoyable though, and on the whole, the game has a lot more personality and charm than I remember. Maybe that's just due to the visual upgrade, or maybe it's not, or maybe nobody fucking cares about me or anything I have to say, let's move on. Oh look, a motorbike. Now I'm not gonna lie, Crash Bandicoot Warped is my fucking jam. It was one of the few PS1 games I had when I was very small, and I played it a lot, far more than the other 2. So if I come across as biased, it's because I'm biased. And now that I've come back to this game many years later, I gotta say, the gameplay holds up pretty well. In fact, I know a lot of people think the second one is the best, but to be honest, I'm kind of torn. The classic Crash levels are as fun as ever, but Warped mixes up the formula quite a bit by adding water levels, flying levels, motorbike levels, and levels where Coco rides a wild animal along the Great Wall of China and then subsequently gets arrested because that's illegal. I mostly like these new kinds of levels, but they do have their flaws. The water levels are fun, but Crash controls way too loosely, and then ironically in the races he controls way too stiffly. He just can't make up his mind. I did really like Coco's levels though, zooming along the really beautiful path on a goddamn tiger, avoiding obstacles, it's a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people consider Crash 3 to be too much on the easy side, and I do agree, but it's still a very fun game, and I personally think the new graphic style looks the best here. I mean, look at that dinosaur. very sexy. On the whole, I like the Sane Trilogy a lot. I love the way it looks, I love the way it sounds, I love the way it plays. Okay, well, maybe I don't love the way it plays. But as remasterings go, I think this is pretty good, and I do definitely recommend it, but I kinda wish they sold the 3 games separately, because then I could just say get the second or the third one, and if you like it, get the other 2. But that being said, I do think all 3 games are worth getting anyway, so yeah, if you like Crash, then get this. If you've never played Crash, then get this. And if you don't like Crash, then get the fuck out of my house, you filthy non-believer! Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy is a great reminder of why we love Crash, and hopefully now that it's out, Activision won't be scared to make a brand new Crash game. As long as they don't give him tattoos again. Jesus Christ.